Awesome.
Hi guys, good morning. It's Misir here from Brampton, Ontario, and it is a Monday, February 1st. We're off to a brand new month and a first day of the week again. So packed with powerful information for you. Again, my goal is to bring you valuable real estate content, real estate information that would help you to make an informed decision, an educated decision that is. But today I have with me Mahendra Singh. Mahendra is from the not real estate, from the insurance industry, and he is here to tell us about benefits that a lot of Canadians in our family, friend circle, or even people that we don't know that they don't take advantage of, and that's disability benefits that is available to us or to people that could utilize it, that they may not know how to go about doing it, or they may not even know that it exists, right, Mahindra?
That's right, Minnie.
So what I'd like you to do, guys, if you're looking at this video now or after the fact, please share, comment. I love emojis, so send us some hearts, a thumb up, some smiley face. That would help the video to share, as well as encourage us, because we're taking some valuable time to provide you with valuable content. So thank you in advance for that. So I'll hand you over to Mahendra now to tell us all about this disability benefits that our family or friends could take advantage of, but we just don't know about it.
Thank you, Minnie. And good morning, everyone on Facebook Live. Hey, it's truly awesome to be partnering with my dear friend here, Minnie. We're in two different industries, but there's so much in common in terms of helping families. And our motto here with my company is we're helping people to become financially independent. And the way we do that is by showing them strategies on how to build wealth. But as you guys may know, there's a lot of folks out there that are not able to go to a job, like just the way we are. A lot of folks are being impacted by various forms of disabilities, right? And when we're looking at the entire Canadian landscape, what I found out was from my research, over 1.5 million Canadians have been out of the workforce. And these are folks that are actually impacted by some form of disability, whether it be physical or mental. And I was stunned with those numbers. And when I looked at it, over 1.2 million Canadians who have a disability, they have been affected by COVID-19, right? Financially. And this is something that we are addressing as a company and as an advisor to families. I would like to say, you know what? You know someone who's been affected, you know someone who has a family member who's been affected, let us know. Feel free to reach out. We're here to educate. At my company, we always say we're a financial education firm and we're always here to help. Minnie, should I go on sharing some more information about the program, or do you have a question before I begin?
So yes, thank you for that. So what I'd like you to do, guys, if you've got a question, go ahead and drop it in the comment box below. I know some people are generally a little bit more hesitant in putting in a question or a comment or a statement. So you're more than welcome to message me directly. And while Mahendra is there, I'd go ahead and ask those questions for you. So either option is okay. So yes, go ahead, Mahendra.
Okay, awesome. Good, good, good. So this program is a government-run program, but is administered by many financial institutions, and that is what I'm here for, helping people get set up. So the basic requirements and all that stuff in terms of the eligibility, it's very simple. Being a Canadian, obviously, that's the first thing, and the rest of it, drop a comment below. I'll reach out to you guys and we'll share with you because it all depends on the situations at hand. But what is at stake here when we're thinking about what's on the table for folks with a disability? And this is what a lot of folks don't know about, is the amount of bonds and the amount of grants that the government is actually putting on the table. And this is actually in excess of billions of dollars that are actually on the table, but people are not accessing it. And what I find is a lot of institutions are not even talking about it. If you were to walk into an institution today, you're probably dealing with someone over the counter, no proper advice, right? And that's what differentiates us. Myself and Minnie, we work on a personalized basis with families, right? So when it comes to getting those bonds, Canada bonds, for disability and the grants for the disability, the grants are based on the contributions that someone make into the plan. The bonds, you don't have to even make a contribution, right? You just have to open a plan. Once you're eligible, you know what? I'll show you guys the next step, right? But this is the first step in actually building wealth for someone with a disability. Because if you think about it, most of these folks have been out of the workforce. I mean, what are the chances they're going to get called back, depending on the type of work they were doing, if it's a modified duty or something like that. And I know we are an equal opportunity country in Canada. We're not discriminating against people, but at the same time, what are the odds that someone with a disability is getting called back to their job that they lost because of the pandemic, right? That this is the perfect time to reach out to families and friends who may have someone with a disability or been impacted by the disability, and we can actually help them with those strategies. Take it over, Minnie.
So, Mahendra, just to clarify, what are some of form of a disability that people could look at, or let's say for me, I don't know who can take advantage of this,
Sure,
right, in my
sure.
family. Yeah.
Sure. There's so many of those disabilities, Minnie. One of them I find a lot is adults with schizophrenia. I've found kids, 7, 8-year-old children, that they've gotten, they're autistic. There's so many other disabilities that, say, someone was not born with, but someone maybe it's more of a physical thing, being in an accident, right? They can't walk again, or they can't talk again, or being impacted by a massive stroke or a heart disease or
Mhm.
cancer, right? Any one of these things, once you are actually qualified within the parameters of the CRA, and that is the disability tax credit, right? That is something your accountant can give you advice on, or myself. And you know what? Any of those forms of disabilities, amongst others, will qualify that person for the disability tax credit, hence the bonds and grants.
Okay. And so, as an example, Mahendra, I might be putting you on the spot here. So, as an example, if I have, let's say, a workplace disability, or how does that work, right? So, I would reach out to you. Yeah.
Sure. So if there is a work-related disability, obviously there are employer plans that will take care of that person there. If it's a WSIB or some form of disability plan the person has been paying into. However, if that disability is going to be long-term for that individual and their doctor, warrants that, yes, it's going to be a long-term disability, there's a form, right, that we fill out, send that to the CRA. Once that person get qualified for that credit, we're able to open up an RDSP, a registered disability savings plan, for that individual. However, I must let you guys know that whatever benefits you're already getting, if it's old age security, CPP, ODSP, Ontario Disability Saving Plan, or whatever form of benefits you're already getting, this benefit that I'm talking about, the RDSP, does not affect any of those. So it does not have an impact on any of the social benefits out there. All right. So if that
So they
answers your
can
question,
still,
Minnie.
yeah, so they would still be getting their stream, whatever stream of benefits that they are getting right now.
Right.
And then this is in addition to,
Right.
right?
Exactly. This is an
So this
addition and it doesn't impact any of those benefits.
Okay. And I guess from your experience, I mean, I did not know about this. I am just over, what is it? I've lost count, maybe about 14 years here or so. And I don't have per se close family in the province that I live in. But so I'm
Right.
not familiar with this. I haven't even, looked into this. So I was really, really glad to hear that there is something like this that exists, and potentially we can share it with our clients, because I deal with first time home buyers, I deal with families basically. And so this is something that we want to be able to share it with you, so that you can take advantage of it, and not only take advantage of it but help you through the process, through the application process, to get that done. And is there a cutoff time for this sort of, what do you call it again? It's
Registered disability savings
I'm
plan.
gonna put that in the in here because I
Sure.
myself am learning about this as well. Again, I'm in the real estate industry, so I'm not familiar with all the terms and acronyms. So
Yes.
register
Registered disability savings
this
plan,
RDSP. So register.
RDSP.
I'll put it down in the comment section in a minute. So registered disability savings plan. So is there a cutoff time for this, or is it so this is more applicable for long-term disability?
Great question. First of all, there is no cutoff time. Like an RRSP, the cutoff would be on the 1st of March of 2021. RDSP, we can open at any time in the calendar year as soon as the person becomes available. Sorry, as soon as the person becomes qualified, right?
Okay.
And to become qualified, you need to be certified by your doctor, and he fills out the form called the DTC, Disability Tax Credit Form, which is
Okay.
something that I can actually get to folks if they really need one, if they want to talk to me more about it, I can help them with that process. But yes, that's the basic. So there's no cutoff time, there's no deadline for that. However, in terms of age, there is a cutoff. So if
Okay.
someone is looking to maximize on the government bonds and the government grants that are available for folks with a disability, they cannot exceed the age of 49.
Okay. So they
That is the cutoff
cannot exceed
age.
the age of 49.
Right, right.
Okay.
So we can open a plan for someone even at the age of 59 before they turn 60. However, they're not going to get the bonds and grants that they were supposed to get. Those bonds or grants are only available for folks under the age of 50. So it's, funny story. I've met so many people in the past that I was like, wow, I'm so sorry I couldn't help you because they were just over 50. If I'd met them just 1 year earlier, they would have gotten all these bonds. And the cool thing about this program is, Minnie, the government, if you're late in applying for it, let's say you had a disability or someone in your family had disability 8 years ago, they will go back. They'll go back and match all those bonds coming up to this time. And also, whoever is the caregiver for that individual, the account holder, the adult in that home, parents most likely, they will get a massive tax credit for this because this person with the disability is their dependent. So this person, the parent or the grandparent, whoever is taking care of the children, they get to make that claim on their income tax return. In fact, their accountant can adjust their income tax returns for the last 10 years. And
Okay. So they can go back and make that adjustment.
they can go back and make that adjustment. There's a form to do that, but their accountant will know best. And that actually results. I have an example of a client where we applied about 9 years later, and her son, because of autism, he qualified for the plan, and he was able to get a lump sum bond of $9,000 in his account.
Okay.
And on top of that, the mother is contributing, and when you contribute, the government matches that as well based on your income level,
Okay. Okay. So
right?
Mahendra, I mean that's amazing. So, they're able to go back and match it for up to, is it up to 10 years?
Yes, we can go back 10 years and adjust those income tax returns. Definitely.
Okay. So guys, if you know someone in your family or friend circle, someone in your workplace, your neighbors, your church group people, what we want to be able to do now with intention, we've been doing this, helping families for a long while. But what we want to be able to do with intention now is to call out who we know in our circle. And for those who don't know us as yet and are getting to know us on social media, to say, hey, these things, these programs are available for you to make your life financially a little bit easier from your current situation, your current state. Not only that, but we're not just providing the information to you, but we're also going to, well, Mahendra in this case is also going to help you process that, guide you along processing the application and how it works and doing that consultation, right?
That's right, Minnie. That's right. I take a very customized approach working with people and working with their families, make sure that whatever we're doing, it's in their best interests. And I do my best to help people every day.
Yes. Now, Mahendra, thank you for sharing that information. Now, in terms of people who could reach out to you, are you limited to, providing service? I know face-to-face meeting right now, it's not, we're not allowed to do,
Yeah,
especially in my industry until February 10th. So our office is totally shut down and we're not allowed to go in or out. And so for clients, so all our meetings, excepting for showings, are done virtually,
right.
or when it's safe to do so. But in terms of going to the office, no, we're not able to go. In your case, are you able to provide service just in Ontario? Tell us a little bit about who you're able to help with this particular disability service.
Hey, first of all, God bless you, God bless Zoom, because now our business has no borders. We have absolutely no territorial restrictions, Minnie. I sat with someone the other day from Saskatchewan and we did a Zoom appointment. So, guys, on the show, if you know someone in another province outside of Ontario, feel free. This program, the RDSP, is a Canada-wide program. It's not an Ontario only program, right? However, some of the tax laws may be different in some of the other provinces, so there might be a little bit of different numbers in place. However, the concept is the same, helping folks with a disability. And feel free to reach out to us. If you want to share your contact information, we'll reach out to you. We can set up a 5-minute Zoom appointment and fill you in with some of the basic info, more of introductory. Yep, and I'm willing to do that.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
I just want to say hello to Gauri Sharma. Thank you for joining. For Padma, thank you for joining. Ashley, thank you for joining. We do appreciate you taking a little bit time of your day to join our live today. If you are looking at this video now, feel free to share with anyone that you know might be beneficial to. If you're looking at it after the fact, just let us know that you are here. Put a comment in the section below or a thumbs up. And so he's from New York. So if you're in New York but you've got families in Canada, feel free to share the video to them. My contact number is somewhere here, and Mahendra's number as well, and I'm going to put it in the comment section below, so you can reach out to us. And we're hoping to do this every 3 weeks. So Mahendra, we've got another topic to cover, I think in March, right? And
That's
so
right.
we're going to be back again. Like I said, it's not just providing information now and helping. Yes, it is cold in Canada. So it's not just providing information to you, but we're providing the information to you with a very specific goal and intention. We want to be able to help a certain number of family this year and to provide information to everyone. So with very, very strong intention. So we're asking you to share as much as you can with your neighbors again. And you're going to hear me say this over and over and over because, listen, I've got 2 kids and I know from them, the more I repeat it, then it sinks in, right? So I'm going to ask you again, share it with your family and friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your people from your church group, friends and circle, right? And you know someone now, you know someone who can help you take the process, do the consultation and help you through that process with your application to make it happen for you. Um, Mahendra, what are some of so we know the disability benefits, it's for anyone. There is no age limit excepting for the age limit of applying for, you said 49, right? So under
Right.
50. And summarize, we know you're able to do a back sort of, I might not be using the right word, but a back
Retroactive.
um,
Yes.
retroactive to
Right.
get that money there. So what it is that we know that. Now that we know that, is another very, very important question. So let's say in my family, I've got a disability adult who is above 50. So I'm putting you on the spot here. Just thought of this, right?
Sure.
A disability adult above 50, and I've got a disability child, and I'm the primary caregiver. I just thought of that, Mahendra. I'm sorry if I'm putting you on the spot, but I just thought of someone that I know in Mississauga. Her husband is disabled. I met her, I think, about a year and a half ago when I was outdoor knocking. And
Okay.
I was just thinking off the top of my head, could she potentially be benefiting from something like this as the caregiver?
Sure, sure, Minnie. You know, you're not putting me on the spot, you know.
Okay.
Um, sure. So first of all, we can open an account. We can open an RDSP account, Registered Disability Saving Plan account, for an adult under the age of 60. However, they will not get the bonds and grants from the government. But here's the thing. The caregiver of for that person will be entitled to a disability tax credit when they file their returns.
Hmm.
That is the big one. Now, a disability tax credit today, 2021, that credit, if you're filing a 2020 income tax, that is about a $8,000 write-off from your income.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
if I'm Right. So if I'm caring for someone who has a disability, they're over the age of 50, under the age of 60, we can still open that account. They can still put money into that account tax deferred. Okay.
Okay.
They could put money into that account tax deferred. But here's the thing. I'm the person, let's say, I'm the person who's taking care of that individual. I get a tax credit from the CRA. I get to file my taxes with another $8,000 deduction from my income, approximately, right? Don't quote me on. I'm not sure of the exact amount. I think it's over $8,000 deduction from your income, which is absolutely amazing. You know, that is like making an RSP contribution for 8,000, or that is the equivalent of writing off $8,000 of expenses from your tax return, right? So yes, answer to your question, yes, we can help that person.
Okay. And then that's good.
Yes, yes. And again, if that person retires, let's say at the age of 60, they have gotten a lump sum amount in their disability savings plan with us, and they're about to start collecting their CPP and old age security, none of that stuff is affected when they start withdrawing money out of the disability savings plan. That is the important part, because a lot of people ask me, so what happens when I start taking money out? Am I going to lose some of my OLED security? Is the government going to claw me back? Is the government going to take back some of my CPP because I'm getting money elsewhere? No, absolutely not. This program was not designed like that. And I'm absolute. That is why I'm so excited to share about this, because number one, a lot of folks don't know about it. Not prior to coming into this business, I was an accountant and I didn't know about this. I was a chartered accountant and I didn't have much knowledge about this.
Hmm.
And I think if we didn't know about it, I think that there's a lot of folks out there who don't, and we
That's
can
right.
reach out and help the masses. What do you think about that, Minnie?
I think that's really good information, and it's like I said, when you brought it to my attention, I wasn't aware of it. I'm more so, kind of just zone into the real estate side of things. But I mean, at the end of the day, where I'm putting in a family into a home, right? And it's really important to make sure when they're there, that they're protected as well, and these services are provided to them, right? So was really,
Sure.
really excited when you brought this to my attention. And like, I would read when you're sharing something with me. I just want to know the topic or the name of the book. And then that's the part that gets me excited. So when you share this with me, I was super excited to learn about it. And I want to share it
Absolutely.
with, our viewers as well. I just want to
Absolutely.
take a quick moment, Mahendra, and say good morning to a few people
Sure.
that are joining us live. I'd like to say good morning to Rado Prasad, Nalini Samaru, Randy, Naresh, Navin, and Kali Charan. Thank you so much for joining. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join and look at our live. Again, I'll urge you to drop a comment, maybe a heart, a thumbs up. If you don't want to make a statement or comment, just let us know that you are here, because after the live, we're not able to see who is streaming. But if it's in the comment section, we kind of get to know where you're joining us from, or let us know where you're joining us from in the comment section below. Would greatly appreciate it. Again, share with anyone that you know. Mahendra, just a quick other question: Is there how could they get a hold of you in terms and to start this process?
So, great question, Minnie. I would love to drop my email and my phone number in the comments,
Okay.
or someone can get hold of you directly, and we do it that way. Whatever
Yeah.
is better. Would you like me to do that in the comment?
Yeah, you
Thank
can
you.
do that in the comment for now. So, guys, it's a work in progress for us as well with the live stream. As you know, we're both, we're stuck with working from home. So there's some things that we had to regroup. There's going to be a link for our next show where you're able to reach out to us directly and provide your information, your name and contact number. But for now, you can send us a direct message or say, "Hey, Minnie, could you reach out to me?" And we'll reach out to you in a direct message privately to see how we can potentially help you or someone that you know.
Great, great. Minnie, I have one more comment to share about this
Sure.
program, but I would just like to let you know I'm not able to put my information in the chat for some reason. It doesn't enable, it's not enabled.
Okay.
Maybe you could do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in
Yeah,
for you now until
thank
I
you.
figure that out.
Sure, sure. Yes, one other thing I would like to add, very, very important for Canadians, right? Now, in
Mhm.
Canada, young parents, are fond of receiving child tax benefits, right? Commonly known as the baby bonus from the CRA. And that's another question I've gotten over the years. If my child is disabled, am I still entitled to receive the Canada Child Tax benefit and the disability credits at the same time? Answer is yes, you are. As a matter of fact, if you have a disabled child and they're qualified for the disability tax credit, which means we'll be able to open up a registered disability savings plan for them. One of the things that's going to be on the plus side for you is it's going to boost your child tax benefit because the disability savings plan actually helps to reduce your taxable income. The disability tax credit rather reduces your taxable income, which means your Canada Child Tax benefits would actually be higher than you were getting previously. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So for a lot of families in the middle income market, that's great news because now it's like double whammy, I call it, right? Um,
Yeah.
and like I said, this program has no negative impact that I can think of and that I know of. This is just absolutely amazing from the federal government putting this out for Canadians. And actually, Justin Trudeau last year when the pandemic just hit, he actually came out with a little incentive for folks who were trying to open up these type of plans where they give you about a $600, I think, credit for actually just opening the plan, applying for the disability tax credit from the CRA. So just imagine we can actually take advantage of all of these little incentives, if you may. Other than the bonus and the grant, you could take advantage of the incentive to actually get your plan started, right? So I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
And that's really good information, Mahendra. Thank you for sharing that. Now, guys, what I've done at the bottom of the screen, I don't know if you're able to see it, Mahendra. So I've got the contact information there. You can reach out to any one of us
Sure.
when we want to know where, you heard about us from. So when you're calling, just say, hey, I saw you guys on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, wherever it is. And that's Mahendra's contact number. Did I get the number correct? 3010215.
Yes,
Okay,
that's right.
so that's there on the screen. You can reach out to either of us and we'll connect you if it's regarding this plan or if it's a real estate contact information. So you can't get one, you can get either one of us. You've got two contacts there. Um,
Awesome.
so I think that pretty much sums it up. If you want to take advantage of this and know more of how you can start your application process for maximizing, the Canadian disability government benefits overall, because there's so many different facets that it would affect the child, the caregiver, the child tax benefits, the disability person in itself. So it's really, really something that would benefit any family as a whole that has someone with a disability. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. And I think as we're closing out, I think many, I just like to say for families that are not in the know, feel free to reach out because not only you get to claim the disability tax credit for that person, but if you're caring for an elderly person as well, you get something called the caregiver credit, which is an additional deduction, right? So it just gets better and better. It's all about being in the know. And like I said when I started out, we're in the business of making families more financially literate, right? And helping people to become financially independent. Doesn't matter if someone is disabled or not. I just spoke with someone the other day. They were caring, this person who passed away, they were actually caring for their, I think it was their cousin that's actually disabled. It's the only family member that that guy has in Canada. And this person passed away. But luckily, when I met them, they were able to open up this plan, RDSP plan, where there's all this, lump sum amount of money that he received from the government. So now he's able to pay for some care. And the
Wow.
cost of those things are going up every single year. The cost of
Why don't
having a
you
worker.
give us an estimate of what that cost would look like? Because I don't think people actually have an idea or concept in their head of what that cost looks like.
Very good question. I'll tell you what, it's equivalent to having someone in the household go out there to work a part-time job all year. I would say in the amounts of $18,000 to $20,000 a year,
Wow.
right? And that is on the low side, Minnie. That is on the low side. I mean, folks really, really, really need help with this. And the earlier, from an investment standpoint, the earlier we reach out, we're able to help them grow that money as well. Not only this money comes in and sit in a little jar, this money is being invested. So if it's invested the right way in proper funds, you can actually accelerate the growth of that money within the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years for that individual. So they can actually have something to retire on. Because think about it, we as working Canadians, we will have the CPP, we have our own RRSPs and all these private savings plan. But how about this person who cannot go to work? He's not contributing into a CPP plan. He's not contributing into a private pension plan. He doesn't have any of those. He has a one-legged stool, right?
Hmm.
So if we can help that person to add another leg to that stool, I think we could get them somewhere,
Yeah, that's a great
right?
analogy, a one-legged stool. And if that leg is broken, it's gone, it's toppled.
That's it.
So
That's right.
thank you for sharing that, Mahendra, again. Now, guys, thank you so much for joining. For our next updates, I'll figure this out now. If you're able to put your comment there, I'm actually able to share it on the screen. So I as well are making progress here with technology. So you can drop your questions in the comment section below, and I'll be able to bring it up on the screen and answer it. Either myself or Mahendra, in this case, would be able to answer it for you. Let me know if you've got any questions. We'll wait a quick second and let me know if you've got any questions and drop it in the comment section below and we can answer them. You can think about your questions in the meanwhile. I know today is our Monday market update. So what I wanted to do was to give you just a short summary of the market update. And if you've got a question, just drop it in the comment section below. So Mahendra, are you going to hang tight? I'm going to give a quick 3-4 minute market update and you can make
Sure,
one further question.
sure,
Okay,
sure.
perfect. So let's look at, so again, this market update, today is the 1st of February, and this stats was prepared last night for today's market update. And we're going to start with the region of Peel. And so let's start with the region of Peel. The region of Peel has 3 cities, and that is Brampton, Mississauga, and Caledon. Do keep in mind that the product lines that we're looking at is every category. So it could be condominiums, freehold, that is property with a maintenance fee, freehold property, high rise, low rise, townhouses, semi detached, detached, and all the different asset class. So let's look at what's active on the market right now in Brampton. We've got 374 properties that is listed as we speak, as of last night, rather, in Brampton, Ontario. Sold for all of January, 749 properties sold for January, and that's sold for the year, obviously, because we're in a new year, 749. We're looking at average price for the month of January in Brampton, 971,000 as the average price for properties in Brampton. Do keep in mind, we've got a little bit, you could still find properties a little bit cheaper price point, say around the 700 and something price point. And averages overall, because we're selling, properties over a million and then some below a million. So average price in Brampton, 971. We're going to quickly go over to Caledon. Caledon, we're still seeing very, very low inventory. Listen, if you've got an investment property in Caledon, it's a great time to put it on the market. We're only seeing 62 active listings as of last night in Caledon, sold for all of January, 17 properties, and an average price point of $1.3 million in Caledon. Now, let's look at Mississauga. Mississauga has quite a bit more inventory to choose from. We've got 643 properties active on the market in Mississauga, sold for the month of January, 635. And the average price point is a little bit cheaper than Brampton right now because I spoke last week about condominiums. There is a slew of condominiums that are available in Mississauga. It's a great time for first-time home buyers to get into the market, get in, put their foot into a condo that they're going to be living in because it's not an investment property, and watch it grow. So we're looking at the average price point in Mississauga, $890,000 in Mississauga. So let me know if I was a little bit too fast. Sometimes I just go really, really fast. So I apologize for that in advance. I want to see if we have any more questions. And if we don't, we're going to wrap up. You can reach out to us directly or after the fact. So let's see who else. Good morning, Tara. Thank you for joining. Please feel free to share this video with anyone in your family or friend circle. I do appreciate it, and drop a comment in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. I do appreciate it. Talk to you soon again. It's Misir here from Brampton, Ontario, and Mahindra.
And thank you, everyone. I wish you guys you have a fantastic day ahead. And thanks for joining us again.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Bye bye. Take care.